finally, it's Friday. Welcome to your Pocket News. Today's news talks about Kosovo, changing our skin colour, and criminals' choices of music. So let's go. If you had to design your national flag and emblem, how would you do it? Most of us will never get that chance, so you probably haven't thought about it. But how about designing one for Kosovo? Kosovo's unity team, made up of 2 politicians, are doing everything they can to resolve their region's status and have just launched an international competition to design the prestigious symbol. We can all enter, but under a few conditions. The flag and emblem must have a simple design and colour scheme. No words or slogans must be used. And be unique, original, and reflect the aspirations of the people of Kosovo for their integration into Europe and Euro-Atlantic institutions. All submissions must not resemble the flag or emblem of any other state or political party, and it must reflect Kosovo's multi-ethnic character. The top entry will win €10,000. This week, members of the European Parliament came to an agreement. Really, you're thinking, on what? Well, to share all DNA database with all other EU governments. It would store the personal data of up to 70 million people and 4 million UK citizens. It will ensure that police have instant access to data and they can exchange things like DNA, fingerprint data, car reg details and all the rest with other countries to tackle transnational crime, immigration issues and terrorism. Interestingly enough, the UK's DNA database is the biggest in the world because unlike most EU countries, the UK stores the details on everyone they arrest, whether charged or not. Only 16 days to go till Portugal take over the European presidency, till Angela Merkel passes it on. They seem ready to go. Their website's up and running. They seem focused on their aims and energy and even released their plans this week to complete the internal EU gas and power market, promote renewable energies and work on a European strategic energy technology plan. But what about their take on the constitution? They'll have to let us know whether or not they're for or against before taking on their EU role. Well, we should find out next Thursday at the EU summit. For the moment, we know that Portugal is totally against opening formal treaty negotiations if EU leaders don't fully commit themselves to the issue next week. And they don't envisage another 6 months of dissecting the treaty just like the Germans have been doing. Looking in the mirror can be so boring. Always the same face looking back. The only change being maybe a zit or a new freckle. Well, imagine I gave you something known as a human race machine. And when you looked at your reflection, you were a whole different colour. Well, this incredible invention by American artist Nancy Berson is in the European Parliament this week, letting people look at themselves black, white, Hispanic, Indian or Middle Eastern. An initiative of the Equal Opportunities and Diversity Unit of the European Parliament, it aims to draw attention to equality in a different way. Because if we could see ourselves in a different colour, we'd think more. Unfortunately, I don't have it here with me right now, but here's a look at the human race machine in action.
The human race machine is a machine that shows the viewer how they will look as 5 different races.
It's me, but it's not me.
The viewer sits down and is asked to map the edges of their facial features. Then you will see an approximation of what you would look like as a different race.
Wow! That's amazing.
It's definitely a unique individual experience, which places the viewer just for a moment in someone else's shoes.
And finally, police in Naples shut down a mafia-run radio station this week, as it was broadcasting secret messages to imprisoned mafia friends through song dedications. Set up by the mafia in Naples, Camorra, the police not only had the station shut down this week, but carried out 54 arrests on charges of drug trafficking, extortion and murder. They also confiscated mafia properties, armoured vehicles and video surveillance systems, as well as all the radio station's equipment. I wonder what songs the mafia communicate through. Maybe something by the Killers? Or with a chorus like Murder on the Dance Floor? Or fire starter? Well, that's all for today. Have a great weekend and I'll catch up with you again on Monday in Euro Pocket News. Bye!